TV show. Rich CURBELO here with EARL CUERTON. EARL, I have to tell you, last time we talked, we had some Detroit Pistons conversation, but man, I'll tell you this, what has happened with Michigan, that team has blossomed, and Michigan State has always been Michigan State.
Well, we're fortunate to have two great teams like that in Michigan, and Michigan did a great job last year getting all the way to the Final Four. And you just look for them to keep rising to the top. Losing Trey Burke was a blow to them, but they got guys that stepped up, and that was a great game they played up at East Lansing.
It was. A couple weeks ago when they did beat Michigan State, Nick Stauskas came out and had 26 points. So, he's a guy that could be a lottery pick, shall we say. And I have to ask you, as a former player, did you really see the energy now of what a Michigan team does to really play up against a juggernaut like Michigan State?
Yeah, well, those teams, that's a competitive game. Beeline said before the game, I don't have to do much motivation. These guys know what they got to do. We're going up to East Lansing, and it's going to be a tough time out there. So the motivation is already there. Anytime those two teams meet, they're going to come out and put it on the line.
And looking at Detroit Mercy, and we talked with Rashad Phillips earlier, how he really motivated the team when he was there for his 4 years. It's a tough season for Detroit Mercy, but I think that they've got a lot of hope. And let me ask you, as you being an alumni, do you see a lot of promise for this organization?
Well, it's kind of in a rebuilding stage right now. You lose your top player, McCallum goes to the pros. The recruiting class wasn't as great as it was. They lost a lot of good players over the last 2 years. So they're kind of hanging in there right now. They got some promise. I mean, I'm really surprised. Evan Brusman is a guy that's a bright spot for them. I mean, 4 years in college, and every year he's gotten a little bit better. He's having a great year. That's one bright spot that they're having. And there's still a lot of season left, and we'll see what they can do with what they have right now.
You got a lot of patience when it comes to Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons, I love that team. But boy, it gets a little frustrating. You win 2, you lose 4. What is happening with that?
Well, it's a roller coaster ride right now. I mean, coming in, they expected some experiment in the first part of the season. You got some players out of position right now. Monroe been a center his whole life. They got him in Drummond. He's at a power forward position now. Josh Smith coming in, played a lot of power forward when he was in Atlanta. He's at a small forward position right now. Guys are not used to playing with each other. A new coach. A lot of new pieces, a lot of things that's got to happen for them to become good. The last thing that happens to a team is defensively. And I think now you got guys playing out of position on the defensive end of the floor. And Mo Cheek's got his hands full right now. He's got to blend all that together, and he's got to make it happen. And I think we have to be a little patient with him to make sure that it goes down the way it's supposed to.
Patience. Patience. I have to commend you and congratulate you on the awards you got at the University of Detroit a couple weeks ago. It was something that I think that you take a lot of pride in. You've been with this alumni for, 1978 since you graduated there. What does Detroit Mercy mean to you as a person?
Oh, it was great for me. I wanted to go there out of high school. I didn't have an opportunity right out of high school. Vital was there, and the team was on the uprise. That was the place to be at that particular time. And I had an opportunity to go back there and come out there and make it into the pros. And I've always had a special spot for the University of Detroit. And getting the John Conte Award was, that was great. I didn't expect for that to happen, but it means a lot. I put time in the community, and I was rewarded for it.
Well, Indbeat TV was there to shoot it, and we have that on Indbeat on YouTube if you'd like to take a look. Everybody, EARL CUERTON here in the house. Indbeat TV show.